All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So I'm going to try to squeeze in one quick video and take a look at SOUNDHOUND and MVIS. And I mean, SOUNDHOUND is looking worrisome to say the least, all right? You can see it barely right there, but the purple one, the fifth one is right there. The other four are right here. We are under all five moving averages. And, you know, yesterday someone asked me, and you can see it was on the 30th, if SOUNDHOUND was going to go down. And I was a little unsure because of what NASDAQ was looking like, but I did say if SOUNDHOUND closed under 180, my worry would dramatically increase, all right? Yesterday, you can see it. We closed at 179. Today, a big bad day followed, right? So I'll give you more of my thoughts on where I thought that and how I came with that. And again, obviously what I think going forward, right? Looking at MVIS doesn't look, you know, MVIS has been trying, all right? That's the underlying theme, and it doesn't scream bad, it doesn't scream good, but I think the shaky indices are getting me worried. And again, sometimes, man, your individual stock isn't bad, but when the seas are too choppy, the boat can only do so much, right? So I'll give you more of my thoughts and opinions shortly, but before we go any further, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to this channel, share this video online with your friends, comment good or bad if you disagree. Look, anything you can do helps me so much. Sharing does the most, but for real, just being here and giving me your time, I am so grateful for it all right? So, SOUNDHOUND, man, I don't even know where to start, all right? Obviously, I want to go back to my Discord comment if you watched the beginning of the video. Obviously, there's a lot going on the charts right here. I really want to just start by taking a zoom out of the indices. NASDAQ was bad today, all right? SPX, S&P 500 was bad today, all right? Dow Jones, DJ30, Dow Jones Industrial, was bad today, all right? I don't have the Russell on this view, but I look at the IWM, the Russell ETF. The Russell was bad today, all right? When the indices do not look good, there is only so much you can expect, and generally not good is what you're gonna get, right? So there is a little bit of following what's going on in the markets around us, right? My problem with SOUNDHOUND specifically is I think this is already not looking good, and everything I just showed you might actually magnify it, all right? So let's now take a look at the Discord comment I made. So again, this was yesterday, all right? Today's the 31st. All this conversation was the 30th. Obviously, you can see we followed up today. The question was, is SOUNDHOUND going to get pounded down again, all right? And it was hard for me to tell because of what NASDAQ looked like yesterday. The charts for Sound don't look good, but, you know, NASDAQ has the power to lift it, right? Again, we've talked about the Russell as well here. Russell could lift it, right? On its own, if SOUNDHOUND closed under 180, my worry would increase drastically, whatever, okay? Over 180, and I think that there was a chance to recover, all right? What happened yesterday? Take a look in the box over there, right? We close at 179, the number in green on top, as well as the fact that if you look a couple lines down, the 179 was the low of the day as well. People kept selling and got under my 180 comfort line. To me, it makes sense that we ended up gapping down, opening at 170 and change, and then falling. I mean, I'm not going to lie, this fell a little harder than I thought, right? But it ran the channel essentially, right? And that's rough. And I think losing it was expected. I think the NASDAQ dropping, CCU does not look good. We don't need to worry about that one. Sometimes I click on comp instead of comp QX and it actually looks good. This big drop, I think, magnified what we saw on sound. If you look at IWM was actually not looking bad. So taking today away, IWM, the Russell 2000, was above all 5 moving averages on Monday and Tuesday. That is not where SoundHound was, right? So again, I'm just a little worried that we're going to magnify it on this, all right? Now, how low do I think this is going to go? The crazy thing, like I said, was I think I would have expected it to come to 167. I'm a tad bit shocked that we closed at 166. Just like yesterday, we are a penny below my comfort line. Clearly, the line's right there, right? That 180 line wasn't here. That's why I went to the Discord and showed it to you, right? But yeah, we're under support. We are now 2 very strong confirmation candles. No, sorry, 2 candles, one of them being confirmation, right? Like, we're under all 5, and that's not a good place. I would say, I guess my next best assumption would be maybe 162 can hold. Otherwise, you see it. I have a 152 line. And I think really bad things happen under 152. They do. Because just look at it, right? Red, 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 green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 a whole mess of nothing from there, right? So, goodness, I'm just zooming out to see if there's one more line maybe I can draw. Yeah, there for sure isn't. There for sure isn't. Look, I'm not going to draw the line, but again, I'll say it again. Hopefully 162 holds. Otherwise, we're dropping a 152, all right? I do want to say this, all right? Just the AI sector as a whole. Listen, if you go back, I have videos where let me pause this. I know I still have the image. Give me a sec. Let me pause this. Okay, I'm back. I have a number of videos, and I never deleted this because I believe I'm going to use it again. There were moments when I believed AI was the new king of tech, all right? And, you know, a lot of this came from that ChatGPT hype. And we've seen a couple other evolutions of that, right? Like Twitter has one, Microsoft came out with, Google came out with one. There are now AI things being integrated into cars and this and that. I'm not sure if the sector needs another breakthrough AI thing. And again, we've seen a number of evolutions of it, and I don't even know what that breakthrough thing might be. We talked a little bit, and a couple of a couple of viewers commented as well. Like, I thought CES might be that, right? So CES is consumer electronics show, consumer electronics something showcase, I don't know, whatever. CES is where companies bring their technology that they're going to launch for the next year, maybe 2, 3, whatever, right? And man, there were no crazy AI headlines, right? And I don't know what it's going to take. I deleted the image. I'm not going to load it back up, but something needs to happen for people to remember AI is the king of tech, right? Otherwise, it's weird. I mean, NVIDIA's doing the job, right? But I don't know why, like, the rest kind of aren't, you know? So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. Let me know let's look at the weekly real quick, I guess. Oh, man, again, yeah, under all on the daily, under all on the weekly. Dude, we cannot. Gosh. All right, yeah. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. You know it. Let me know if you disagree, too, all right? Otherwise, let's take a quick look at MVIS MVIS. Hey, really, really quickly, if you can please subscribe, if you can please share the video when that Reddit army comes here, that's always a good thing as well, all right? So let's talk about MVIS. And you know, MVIS, I feel, and again, I've been talking about it for a while. The 100 moving average has been a little bit of a pesky line, but it was seemingly doing well until the last couple days, all right? And again, I don't know if you watched the last video or not, but taking a, I mean, not the last video, the last section of SoundHound, taking a step away from MVIS, all right? Today, the NASDAQ, comp QX, NASDAQ did really bad, okay? Gapping down, not a good candle. SPX, S&P 500, did really bad, all right? Dow Jones, DJ30, Dow Jones Industrial, did really bad, okay? And then IWM, the Russell, this is the ETF. I can't look at the Russell on this thing, but this is close enough. Russell did really bad, okay? So when the indices are not looking good, there's only so much any little individual stock is going to do. You know what I mean? And I started the video with it. I'm going to say it again because I like the line. Even if you have a really good boat, if the waters are just way too choppy, man, someone might vomit. You know what I mean? Like someone might get seasick. It is what it is, right? So you can only expect so much. This thing was trying to get over all the moving averages, right? No, not all, but at least over this cluster, right? It makes a good attempt on getting over 2 moving averages. And if you look, that very much, that mimicked the Russell strength. Russell was actually over all 5 with a big candle, right? And that might have actually been enough to help MVIS move and follow, right? The issue became what happened, right? So what did happen today? So there was a rate discussion and there was no rate drop, okay? The rates held, there was no increase, but I think the fact that it didn't drop was the problem. And it's funny, someone actually disagreed with me. Do I still have that open here? Give me a second. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I am not looking at that. I actually took a little baby gamble. I lost like 20% on it, but oh, thank you. What was I gonna look up? Damn, I got distracted. Oh, get out of here. Oh, rates. Sorry, drop. Boom. And it was actually, okay. Give me a sec, right here. So I thought rates cuts were the expectation. Right here clearly disagrees with me, and I always say it, never hesitate to disagree with me, you know what I mean? But there was actually a thought that there wasn't an expectation, just holding was enough, and Powell even said it was never on the table, you know what I mean? So again, I don't know what the reaction really was. I'm not really here to discuss it or argue with it or justify it. All I know is the indices aren't happy. It very much stopped what could have been a beautiful run. And now the real question is going to be, can the 100 moving average hold? Can 231, let's call it 230, can we stay above 230? Remember, this thing's done not because I was comparing it with SOUNDHOUND. Let's take a look at SOUNDHOUND real quick. Goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, can't get over it, right? MVIS kind of does the opposite of it, right? It goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, but a real good almost month of staying away from it, and then kind of now back to the up and down, but we're still not down and we're still not below the moving averages, right? So I would say a couple things. Given what the indices look like, if we just kind of stay horizontal around 240, that might not be a bad thing, all right? Once again, I can't stress enough, we cannot go below 230. What's this line? 228. We cannot go below, let's even go a little lower. I think this is the death line. I think 224 is probably the real death line. Maybe you can call it 222, but even by then I wouldn't want, 224. 224. Yeah, I'm cool with 224. Do not lose 230. 224 is where the panic comes, because from there, I mean, just look at it from the 100 all the way down to this line, right? Green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 green. Could be a quick red, 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 right? So maybe this right here around 212, 210-ish, 209 will hold it. I don't think it'll be strong enough. I think it might come below that too. So MVIS, again, I think right now it's a little bit less about this stock specifically and what's going on around it. Earnings should be coming up soon. If you know the date, please let me know. Obviously, this is a stock that knows how to run coming off earnings, right? So I would love to see some good earnings and maybe juice this thing up a little bit. So let me know your thought. Oh, did I look at the weekly? Yeah, it's a tight weekly right here. Yeah, 255 and 292 are going to be some really hard lines. And again, we already know that 292 line's been our money line for a minute because that's the 200. The one thing to say is this 100 on the weekly is coming down more and more. That will make the run after 290 a little bit more limited, because I've been hoping over 290 we run on this green, 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 red, 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 red overall moving average thing, right? But the weekly is also kind of saying, hey, no, 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 I've got some lines you got to worry about too. So just kind of keep that in your back pocket. But obviously, we've got a ways to go before we're even thinking about that 290 line, all right? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Even if you disagree, oh man, I appreciate you all so, so much.